Oh my goodness. We're taking you behind the scenes to show some of the custom home theater work that Signature could do. I'm joined once again by John Van Wingerden. He is one of the coolest jobs out there. You're a system designer with Signature. Now, you've just brought on the lights. Okay, but here's one of the coolest things. And I get it. You're used to this, but I'm not. This is an iPad, okay? We all know that. Lights off. We're dark. We're ready to watch the movie. Lights on. We reveal that this entire time Jerry was creeping in the corner. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the specs of the room. How big is the screen?
So this is a 120-inch screen.
Okay.
Now it's called CinemaScope, so you would notice that it is actually wider than a television, and that's because a lot of movies are filmed this way. So if somebody's building a room for movie watching as well as TV, we want to make sure that they're getting the whole experience.
Right.
So this gives them that experience.
Now, here's one of the things that I noticed. When we were watching Star Trek earlier, it was adjusting. Why was that?
Because the film itself was in different aspect ratios, and the projector, the laser projector, automatically senses that and redraws the image to the right size.
I didn't even realize that this was something that was being done. They've taken the creation of movies to a completely different level, not only in terms of what we see on the screen, but what we hear.
Absolutely.
What audio system do you have?
So this is an 11-channel, something called a Dolby Atmos system.
Okay.
And Dolby Atmos is short for atmosphere. And if we think of the word atmosphere, we think of space and kind of ambience. So this creates a three-dimensional sound field.
Yeah.
So we actually have 3 speakers along the front and 2 subs. And you'll notice they were actually built in to the millwork and painted so they vanish.
Okay, so
right?
these are speakers along ones?
That's your subwoofer. There's your center channel, right? Again, all painted to be discreet.
Okay.
We have the sides and the back speakers are actually in the millwork columns. Again, very invisible and clean. And then the Atmos speakers are in the ceiling, again, painted to match, so you barely notice they're there. But all told, we have 11 channels plus 2 subwoofers.
Okay, what does this mean for me when I'm watching a movie?
It means you're going to be lost in the experience. You're going to forget you're on your couch. You're going to be buying in totally to what you're seeing on the screen.
Describe to me your reaction the first time that you were introduced to this at a trade show.
Well, the first time I heard Atmos was literally a visceral response. I mean, it was goosebumps. It was sense of fear when the scene was, very agitating. It's uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
It recreates. It tricks your brain and fools you into thinking you're really experiencing what's going on. Absolutely.
Okay, 90 seconds. Let's talk projector before we head out and look at equipment.
Yeah, so the laser projector from Epson is kind of state of the art. Again, as you've mentioned a couple times this morning, no bulb. So the customer doesn't have to worry about using a stopwatch when they watch a movie, making sure, the kids can play video games, you can watch as much sports or movies as you want. It stays linear for its life. So once we've got that picture dialed in, so you love the way it looks, it is going to stay that way for all 30 years. There's no dimming, there's no adjustment.
And there's no, because normally you have to warm up a projector.
Yeah, they take a while. This is instant on like a TV.
Okay, now let's take this because I'm becoming pretty comfortable with the system. Tap to unlock. Jerry will get the lights off for you.
Maybe do the shades while you're at it, right? Drop that shade.
Gosh. That's right, because the sun's starting to come up.
Yeah, so we don't want that. So down it comes.
Okay, well, step out. You can get back to Zootopia. Sorry for the interruption. Now, we've been talking about, I'm just going to attach this right to the wall here.
Perfect.
We've been talking about how it has the capability of cable, DVD, the computer, karaoke. How is that possible, and why do you keep it in a separate space?
Well, again, look at all the work that went into making the room beautiful, inviting. As much as I do this for a living, no one really needs to or wants to see this stuff.
Yeah.
So we've hidden it very discreetly in a beautiful rack. The rack has separate shelves so that everything is clean, has proper ventilation so your equipment lasts a long time, but looks nice and tidy. We have fan and cable management so that the airflow is dealt with. Everything is nice and easy for service. The customer doesn't have to look at any stuff. He doesn't have to worry about his kids' friends pouring popcorn on the amplifier or anything like that, right? It's all gone when you're done with it. It's there when you need it. All the stuff works through the wall with that iPad or a standard remote that we provide.
He doesn't have to worry about it, or she doesn't have to worry about it. Ladies, let's hook this up for Christmas.
Absolutely.
We'll gift it as though it's for you, John, but really, we'll be having ladies' night in the home theater system.
Perfect.
More behind the scenes of what you can do with Signature audio video coming up shortly here on CTV Morning Live.